Selling the no isn't about power. It's about empathy. It's about pulling the pressure out. It's about understanding where they're coming from and being empathetic to you don't want to answer the freaking phone. And it's being empathetic to the fact that you don't even want to answer your phone. Why should they want to answer the phone? I don't blame you for not wanting to answer the phone. When you lead with understanding where they're at, it changes everything, right? So before your next call, write this down. Welcome back, YouTube. Vikram Deal here on another sales training video. And today I'm going to talk to you about something that I believe 99% of salespeople never even know to do, leave alone master what to do. And here's the truth. Most outbound sales calls are dead in the first 15 seconds. Like, forget about even getting to like the second minute where you actually have an opportunity to get the overarching goal and probe and clarify. Most cold calls, most outbound calls is agents call anything that's outbound a cold call, but so we'll just use that kind of framework. But any outbound call is typically dead the first 30 seconds. It's not because you can't close, like so many agents say, well, once they're in front of me, I'm great. Well, if you can't get them in front of you, how does it matter if you're great? Because in their mind, right, what they're hearing, the prospect is hearing you say right out of the gate is you're a salesperson. You are not here for me. You are here for you. You're turning trust into resistance. You're turning sales into no sales, prolonging the process. Well, they're still working with me. They haven't bought yet, but they haven't paid you yet either. So on the other side of every phone, right? On the other side of every phone is another human being. And they have one thing in common. The same thing that you have in common. Way before you even say hello, they're looking at the phone. They see a number they don't recognize. It's like, should I answer it? Should I not? Maybe it's the landlord. Maybe it's the grocery. Maybe it's the car repair. Maybe it's right? And they pick up the phone and they go, hello. And what do you say? Right out of the gate, what do you say? Hi, is this Susan? I'm calling with XYZ Real Estate Company. How you doing today? And you sound like every other salesperson. And what do? They go, oh God, why did I pick up the phone? And before you even get a chance to start, and I've trained thousands of agents, you're already done. So here's the truth. You don't need a better script. You need to understand psychology and disarming people and resistance and why it shows up. And instead of chasing the interest, acknowledge the fact that they don't want to talk to you. And I know you put on your Sunday best, but the truth is that they don't want to talk to you. When the brain feels safe, it opens up. When it feels pressure, it shuts down. Think about you. Think about you. When somebody calls you to sell you something and they sound like you sound on the phone, what do? You shut down. You're like, oh man, these people are trying to take my money. So the game isn't to sound persuasive. It's to sound like you don't need to sell. It's to sound like you might have something valuable, but you're not sure if it makes sense. So here's what most people do. Like I said, ring, ring. Hey, this is Vikram with XYZ Real Estate Company. Do you have a second to talk real quick? Do you have a second to talk about your home purchase? Or you'll say something like, hey, I saw you're on my website looking at houses. And they're like, okay, who are you? Yeah, what are you? And you go right into, how long have you been looking for? And they're like, we don't even know you. Walls are going up left and right, and you don't even realize it. So here's one way to sell the no. Ring, ring. Hey, Sarah? Yeah. Hey, you probably weren't expecting the call. I know you're probably busy, but I only got about a minute. So I'm going to keep it short between my next appointment, right? What happens right there? Hey, Sarah, ring, ring. I know you're just, ring, ring. Hey, Sarah, I know you're probably not even in a rush to buy a home, but I saw that you were on our website looking at properties in the Triz neighborhood. I was curious, why are you guys looking at 3-bed, 2-bath homes in that neighborhood? And they're going to go, oh, well, blah, 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 blah. Oh, tell me more about that, right? And you probe and clarify. You're probably not even in a rush. What is that? Well, yeah, we're not. Cool. Now we're in alignment. Now you're aligned with them. You're probably not even looking. We met at an open house. You're probably not even looking to make a purchase, or you probably not even like, ring, ring. Hey, John. Yeah, what's up? Hey, man, we met at 123 Sheridan Street a couple of weeks ago. Does that ring a bell? It was the open house. Yeah, I do. Yeah, you probably weren't even interested in that property because it's been a couple of weeks, right? No, we're not. Hey, I was curious, what's got you guys looking at properties in that neighborhood though? I was curious, what would be different about a home like this? This was a 5 bed, 3 bath, 3,800 square foot, 12,000 square foot lot. What would be different about this versus where you're currently at? Right. And now you can start to dig. Right. So if you can acknowledge the objection before they have to say it, you win. What do people always tell you when you're on the phone? Hey, we're not interested. Yeah, most people we talk to, Bob, are not interested in buying a home either right now because it's like a long-term process. Is that true? Yeah. We're not interested in buying. Yeah, we're not interested. So tell me a little bit more about what's got you guys even looking at property right now. Whatever the objection that you're getting the most of, all you got to do is flip it around to a no, right? So acknowledge the objection before they do. If you hear all the time you're busy, right? You're probably like going to say something like, hey, Bob, you probably get a bunch of calls from people like me all the time, right? I only got about a minute before my next call, and I don't even know if what we do would possibly help you out. Is it cool if I ask you, I don't know, a couple of quick questions about what's going on and why you even were at looking at open houses last week? Oh, yeah, sure. And boom, they start talking. Once they start talking, you start winning. The more you sell the no, and this is what we train our agents, the more you sell the no on outbound calls, especially when the person hasn't got to know you, you haven't got to build trust with them, the more these people are going to want to kind of sit down and learn a little bit more about what you say. Selling the no isn't about power, right? It's about empathy. It's about pulling the pressure out. It's about understanding where they're coming from and being empathetic because you don't want to answer the freaking phone. And it's being empathetic to the fact that you don't even want to answer your phone. Why should they want to answer the phone? I don't blame you for not wanting to answer the phone. When you lead with understanding where they're at, it changes everything, right? So before your next call, write this down. Start with your no, not with your pitch. Start with asking them questions that will allow them to say no. Change your tone. Become more confident and watch your close rate rise as your confidence rise. The way I always start the call is I'm like, hey, Bob. They're like, yeah, what's up? Who's this? I'm like, hey, what's up, man? It's just Vikram deal here. And then I go into selling the no, whatever the call might be. And this works in every industry. I'm not like your buddy's puppy that he just got that sees a human and goes crazy and starts peeing everywhere, right? It's very calculated. Hey, Bob. Yeah, what's up? Who's this? It's a calculated pattern interrupt, right? High energy, a little bit louder, straight to the point. Assume that the person who you call owns the phone that you're calling, right? So if a man picks up and you're calling a man and the name is Mike, don't be like, is this Mike? Or don't try to go for like this super, hi, I was wondering if Mike's available. Hello, telemarketer, cold caller, right? Hello, person who's trying to take my money, take my time, leave me alone. So if you want to go deeper in how human psychology is working to book more appointments in today's market, and you want to join our 30-day challenge and learn more about how we're helping people like agents just like you, double, triple, quadruple, 3x, 5x, 7x, the amount of appointments they're going on, click the Google Doc below, click the link below, and learn about what we're doing to help agents. Because if you can go on more appointments, you're going to naturally win more deals, correct? So click the link below, learn about what we're doing. If you want to hang out with us live in South America for one of our transformational, right? Because it's not always about what you say and how you say it. It's sometimes about the wiring in your head that we need to reprogram. Click the link below for our February live event. And if you want to join us to go deeper on your sales process, 2 days in Florida, click the bottom link and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.